Hello and welcome back to MFAT Coaching. I think I'm gonna have to just start to admit that these videos are gonna go up on Wednesdays and not Tuesdays for a while at least. And believe it or not, another month has gone by and I am going to go from my March Silk and Sonder to my April Silk and Sonder. I'm going to do this a little differently than I've done in the past. I actually have the March 2022, the April 2021. So this was last year. And then, of course, April 2022. So I'm going to do my best to kind of flip through all three of them for comparison. The first thing you can see is that every month you get a letter from the creators, from Miha. So last year in April, the word of the month was freedom. This month, the word of the month is radiance. And this past month was wander. I loved this wander, and I'm super excited about radiance. But independent of that, you're going to see that just because I love a word doesn't mean I use the journal prompts very well. So we'll see. Freedom was not one that I was super connected to, but you're going to see that I use this one the most. So it's funny how time goes. So March of 2022, then you get a description of the word, which was different from last year. Last year we did not get this page, so this year we get this definition of radiance, the quality or state of being radiant, learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen. That stillness becomes a radiance, says Morgan Freeman. All right, then you get the calendar. And I didn't use the March calendar last month, or this month really, but I have already gone through and highlighted the things they indicate that are important to me. And then I added the things that I needed to remember for the month of April. I have a concert on the 2nd. I have a VA audit at work, going to see Rent. My book club has an anniversary. Earth Day is just important to me. My dog's birthday, and then my husband's going to be gone. And then I highlighted National Find a Rainbow Day. I love that. You can guess that next week will be a rainbow spread, Easter, and International Jazz Day. And that's exciting. I love jazz. So then after that, you have the future log, where you can see I've written down some key things for the next couple of months, which I did not do at all in March. And you can see these are all new pages that weren't at least in the same place. So you had the instruction sheet, then you had a calendar laid out this way. This was a year ago again. Then you actually had 4 months before you got to the reflections for the next month. Now we have just 2 months before you get to the reflections, which I may go back and try and do, but you can see I didn't do it, didn't do my intentions. I haven't done my intentions yet. Now I try to do this the actual first day of the month, which is why it's not done for April of this year. I don't know what happened as to why I didn't do it in March. I just guess I ran out of time. So then you're going to see that I didn't track much in March either. I literally, after the 14th, I tracked a little in my head, but I didn't write it down. Same thing with the feelings. Some of this was because I wasn't loving the way this was coming out. I wish I had done like all shades of green. It was just becoming too busy, but that's really an excuse, not an actual valid reason. So there you go. But obviously, let's see. This is how I plan to do my mood tracking and what I'm going to track in April. So I'm going to just try and do these lines this time, see how that looks geometrically. The words I'm using are joyful, powerful, peaceful, sad, mad, and scared. I tried different words last month. Love, joy, surprise, sadness, anger, fear, and I did not like it. Something about like love and joy just seemed too similar. Surprise was nice, but there just wasn't, I don't know, I didn't connect to these words. So I'm going to try and go back to my previous words. And then a year ago, I'll show you, I did some good tracking last April, just a few days that I didn't do it. I did a kind of ocean theme, and then I did some fairly good tracking last year. So we'll see how I get this year. It's very rainbow this year, but that's okay. The colors that I chose, the pens that I chose, get those out here. They are Kirkland brand, actually. I actually got these at the Container Store. They write fairly well. I'm gonna try and not say actually again. I'm enjoying them. I originally picked out those 4 colors to go with the cover, and then they added the red because there's red up there, and then I just added blue for that background because I always need 6 colors. And then the highlighters that I will use are the Zebra Mild Liners. These are my favorite. They really do show the least amount of ghosting of the highlighters that I have tried. Then I have my exercise tracker, which is what I did for March. And you can see I, again, after the 14th or 13th in this case, just stopped tracking altogether. What can I say? And then a year ago, did some good tracking. You can see how I did. And I did the freedom log. So we'll see how I do on the gratitude log. Can you tell my favorite color is green? Then we have our radiance prompts about professional relationships, personal relationships. This says reflect on an interaction you had with someone recently and think about how radiance played a part. What did you talk about and how did it feel? That will be very interesting. When did I demonstrate radiance? When did someone else demonstrate radiance? What radiance means to you? So these are really good reflections. And you can see a year ago, we had some freedom prompts. And then a year ago, we had an activity playlist and a spheres of influence playlist. And then what comes next this year is a radiance exercise. Who is someone that fills the room with radiance? What are their unique qualities, traits, etc. that makes them radiant? Do you see some of these qualities in you? Why or why not? That would be very interesting. Then there's our coloring sheet for the month, a radiance sketch, our jackfruit carnitas. That's really interesting. My friend yesterday was just telling me about jackfruit and how hard it was for him to cut into it. He made a mess and he's like, I'm never doing jackfruit again. So we'll have to see how that works, but that sounds really, really good. I'm gonna want to try that. Create your own bingo board. So that'll be interesting. Let's see if I can do this without cheating and just writing things that I know I can do. Then you get your word wheel, so a riddle. So the riddle this month, you measure my life in hours and I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I'm thin and I'm slow when I'm fat. The wind is my enemy. So let me know what you think the riddle is. The riddle for last month. So let me go to March really quick, and you can see gratitude jar, not done at all. Wheel of life, if you saw my March video, this is what I did with you on camera. Remember how I said I would do more of it off camera? Didn't happen. Here's my Wonder journal, my Wonder exercise, the beautiful coloring page, which I bought some new markers to try, and that hasn't happened. My favorites, the gumball tracker where I put everything down. I really wish I had done this. The arugula salad, didn't do that. So pretty much, oh, and here's the circle Sudoku. And I still don't know what to do with this monthly expense tracker. But let's just say I didn't do anything in the month of March. And it's just I haven't had time. I haven't had the energy in the evenings. Haven't had the time. Whew, it's been crazy. But here's the riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? And the answer is an echo. How cute. All right. I speak without a mouth. Yep. I hear without ears. Okay. It's another word for echo. Interesting. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. Interesting. All right. An echo it is. And then let's just, for fun, look at what a year ago was. I did do some coloring, so that was nice. A sauteed salad, a nature game, which I didn't get to do, my self-care bingo, where I didn't quite make it, but I was super close. Then some quotes, an energy, and a monthly expense tracker, and then we're to the weeks. This is what my life looked like a year ago. I actually did the currently page. How much fun is that? This was my favorite layout. When the currently page gives you this blank page on the side so I could really do both, that was my favorite. We're gonna see that that's not the case anymore. I love this. This is just washi tape. It's so pretty. And it was so pretty I couldn't even put stickers on top of it. All right, that was 1 month ago. Here was last month. So I did use my Silk and Sonder this month, in the month of March, that is. So it's not that I didn't use it, I just didn't do the front part. So this is the new layout. You have your currently, and then there's a quote. And I won't say that that's why I haven't done a currently page. I just haven't done them recently, but I do wish this page was blank. All right, that is it. And then last but not least, for the month of April, you're just gonna get blank pages. This is what it looks like before I do all my decorations. And you can just see that, like, I don't meal plan, and so that's why that goes away. I do that, this is what I wanna feel, but I like decorating it. I don't do a mind and body health plan. These are my evening plans. I've started using this as like, what are my key focuses for each day in terms of what projects am I working on? That works right now because my life is very project filled. This is where I write my books, and this is actually where I write my meals, because I don't plan meals on specific days. I plan meals for the week, and then I cook them as I feel like cooking them. And then you will see on the last page, this is where I put the pens, put the highlighters, make sure it's all gonna work. And you can see that this month, I actually chose some washi tapes And I just use those washi tapes to create little tabs so I can easily tab to the things that I use on a weekly or almost daily basis. So that is 3 months really of Silk and Sonder. That's where I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to decorate the next month or next week in my April, in large part because I haven't selected my theme yet. So I will have to do that soon. And probably on Sunday will be my next chance, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. I hope you had I hope this helped you see what Silk and Sonder can be like, and how even if you don't always use the first part of it, it can be super helpful for organizing your life, and that there's going to be variety. There are going to be some months, April of last year, I was really able to do everything in the beginning of this book. I didn't get to the self-care bingo, but I did it. You can see how I used it. I had a pink and green theme, but I did all of the activities. But some months I do none of the activities or just half the activities, and that's okay. It doesn't mean I don't love wonder. It just means that my life was a little busier and I couldn't get to all of the activities, and that is okay. So I hope this makes you feel better about any month where you may not get to your planner on a weekly basis, or you may do part of it, not all of it. And yeah, if that's all you take away from this, I will be happy. So let me know if you take that away, or if there's another takeaway you have. And thanks for watching. Bye all.